So, why are corporatist Democrats blaming the progressive? I think many people know the answer, but I think it is good to repeat. So, we must understand that the corporatist Democrats are not the one that gather the progressive vote. They are gathering some progressive vote by default because they are the lesser of whatever evils that are presenting themselves in whatever election. But they are the one that betrayed the progressive base at one point, and the progressive base is quite aware of that. So they are forced, by the way they are doing politics, to cave to the right and to present themselves as what they are, truthfully, but what the right refuse to see them as, which is a candidate that is not going to support progressive policies. So, in that sense, they can only blame the progressive because obviously there is nobody else to blame. They want to cave into the right. They want to have the right wing voters on their side. They cannot attack them. They cannot attack the centrists that are their main base. And the progressive, although they will during a campaign, not necessarily, and I insist on the not necessarily because they often do nonetheless attack uh, progressive policies or other progressives. Uh, this is the only part of the political spectrum that they can allow themselves to attack in the end. So when they lose, they lash on to those because this is the only believable argument they would have, I guess, because they don't want to be honest and just say, I campaigned that shit, plus my ideology and my ideas in terms of policies are just not popular at all. I don't want to. I don't want to agree with Medicare for all. I don't want to agree with reforming the police. I don't want to agree with anything that most of the people agree to. I don't want to agree with some regulations on guns, anything like that. So obviously, I got to say that the progressive with Black Lives Matter and with reform the police, defund the police, as it is say, it is just a word, people. It is not about defunding fully the police. There will always be a police, but yes, there is a lot of money that is going to the police that should not be going to the police, or that should be going to the police in very different way, increasing and bettering their training and all that. But to the main point, progressive are the only one to blame, and that's also because progressive are the only one threatening the status quo, the status quo that protects the one in powers being mainly the centrist, and also the right. Let's understand that the centrists are neoliberals that are truthfully from the right anyway. And the right winger from the right to those already right wing neoliberals are gathering a bit of the power and are not threatening to the status quo, to the power in place at least, because they would gather up those power structure to use them and to keep many powerfuls. Maybe they would select some and eject some, keep some others, but in any case, the right wingers would keep the power structure and would keep the structure which allows many people to be uh, a few people to be powerful and most people to be powerless. The only thing that threatens that state of affair is the progressive, the progressives and the progressive ideology ideologies, because there's many different progressive ideologies. This is the only thing that threatens the status quo and the power in place. This is why the corporatist Democrats and anything that is centrist will always attack the progressive in preference to attacking the right wingers. Here you go. So fuck John Kasich. Uh, support support any progressive movement you can, so you can put pressure on the Democrats and make them cave to the progressive instead of caving to the right, which they are set to do in general. Support Justice Democrats, support Wolf Pack, support anything that is trying to support Black Lives Matter and any progressive movement. We still need everybody's attention on politics, even outside this, even after this election cycle, because this is not over and none of your shit have been solved. None.